Generic greetings and welcome to Preview Plus Medieval Engineers. This is a medieval building game from Keen Software House, the same people that brought you, among other things, Space Engineers. So the chances are you already know everything there is to know about this game because Space Engineers is a really big success, and I predict this thing will be a massive, huge success. There's probably many videos already out there by now, and you may have even played it yourself. Either way, I need to do a preview of it. So I'm going to show you just a little bit of the game. I'm going to just jump into a new world and show you maybe, I don't know, 15, 20, 30 minutes of it. So let's just do that new world, and we will just quick start it, I think. Now, I've played about, probably about 2.5, maybe 3 hours of the game so far. Enough to really get to grips with it, or at least, well, try to get to grips with it. I'm just going to point it out now. This game crashes at the drop of a hat. I've probably had about 10 crash to desktops during my play. Oh no, 10 might be a bit too many. Maybe 6 or 7, I would say. Probably at least 6 or 7 crash to desktops while playing this and such. So yeah, it is still in development. I should point that out. It is early access, so the typical disclaimers apply. Nothing you see is final. Everything is subject to change, and any bugs like a polish in places, etc., etc. Please attribute it to its very early on in dev status. It is very much an alpha product, this one. I mean, if you imagine when Space Engineers first came out and it was, wow, look at this voxel engine, we can fly around and we can, make all these ships and they crash into each other and the deform and stuff. This is pretty much at the same stage that is now. Obviously, Space Engineers has come a long way. This is at the beginning of its life. Anyway, it's going to take a while to load because it has to create the terrain. Obviously, space is generally easier to create because it's just nothing and then bits of, rock and ice and other things now and again. Whereas this, we've got land, we've got trees, we've got different pieces of grass and stone and all sorts. So anyway, let's have a quick rundown of the UI. It's very simple. On the bottom, we have my toolbar, and that's pretty much it. We've got the we've got these in-game hints. So what I'll do is I'll really turn them off. Let's go to options, and then hints, player names, crosshair. Why player names? Control hints, there we go. And rotational hints, we don't need any of that. Right, job done. Okay, so we have our toolbar. We actually got 4 toolbars. We can switch between the toolbars, but I just stick with the one generally. We can open up our sort of main building list by pressing G. Now, this is the creative mode. There is no survival mode in the game at the moment. It is planned, but at the moment it is just you can build anything you can pretty much imagine, and what the structural integrity will allow. Now, that's one thing I need to point out now. All these parts here, you can see there's sort of stone blocks. We've got a stone cube there. We've got this, like, roof tiles. We've got these physics parts, so you can make rotors and things like that. All of these parts here have weight. And when you start adding things together, then they will get stress. And if you, say, make a big tower, it could just collapse to the ground because you have not built it right and you've ballsed up the structural integrity, or rather its structural integrity has been compromised by the fact that it's standing on like a pinhead, and that will not go well. This is one of the buildings that you get when you first start. The map is pretty much I think it is exactly the same when you start, but nice little building here, lovely. You can see it's got a roof on it, got a couple of windows, a couple of doors, and a little porch. We can stick our head out there. We can actually switch view. Ooh, very nice. This is me. This is what would you call him? I don't know. I don't think he has a name. We're going to call him Baldric with that beard. Right. This is Baldric, and oh, good grief, he's got like a apron on and such. Very reminiscent of Space Engineers, although we don't have a spacesuit, obviously. But you can fly. I mean, you can just go flying mode on and start flying around the place. That is something that can happen. Let's just turn that flying mode off and smash to the ground. So, how do we build things? Well, what we need to do is start placing blocks. So we're going to press number 1, and that will select our toolbox, our slot number 1 on the toolbar. And as you can see, we now have this big block, and we can zoom it around, and you can see it's snapping to a grid. There is a sort of invisible grid. I don't know if there's a way to show the grid, but there's an invisible grid here. It's actually just saved the game. It saves every 5 minutes by default, and I would recommend you keep that on. In fact, my recommendation would be, if you can, change it to every 30 seconds. Right, let's just place this block. Well, we can place it anywhere we want, really. As you can see, it's going to snap to grid. You can't place in the sky. You can turn dynamic building mode on, which allows you to place it anywhere like that. So I can just go, there, whatever. But we don't want that. We want to have it snap to grid. So I can say place it there, clicky with the left mouse button, and there you go, I placed it down. That is a block, and we can stand on it, And there you go. We can jump on top of it. There you go. Easy as you like. So we can continue building and expand it off. There you go. Look at that. That's actually some blocks there. You can hold control and clicky, clicky, draggy, draggy. Hang on. You have to place one and then clicky, clicky, and draggy, draggy. And you can make a big row like that. In fact, if you wanted to, you can hold... Let me just fly up a second. Go to flying mode on. You can hold control and shift, and then, hang on, control and shift. I might click control, shift, and there you go. And make a fairly large block, so you can go, way, look at that massive wall, like that. Yeah, you could do that if you wanted to. We'll put it to there. Bit difficult with trying to fly around as well. There we go. Okay, so we've made like a little base, right? I think we're just gonna make a small. I think we'll make a small house, and what we'll do is we'll shove like a. I don't know what we'll do yet. I don't know what we'll do. I'm just playing around to show you how this thing works. I'm not really planning on building something yet. Not properly anyway. So let's just expand it out a little bit. Now we need to increase our foundations, so we will click that over. Ooh, good grief. What the hell's happened there? Oh, I've dragged it a little bit too far. That's fine. Let's just go up to about there. And then we will... Oh, we have to go a bit further in and drag it to there. There we go. And you can see it says like how many blocks you're actually placing. Now we have a bit of a problem here. As you can see, we have basically expanded it so it's no longer touching the ground. So what does that mean? Well, in the short term, nothing much, because there's not a lot of stress on that. In reality, that will be, obviously, stone has a lot of... it doesn't have much tensile strength, so it can't bend, but it does have a lot of compressive strength, so that's why you have reinforced concrete. You take, like, concrete, you can put tons and tons on concrete and it'll be fine, but it can't bend, it'll just snap. That's why you have it filled with rebar and steel, which is why it's got, you know, good... That's what most skyscrapers are built out of. They're made of concrete and rebar for the simple reason that that's well, the best way to do it. Anyway, that would snap. Obviously, it's not snapping at the moment. That's just because it's a game and such. We can press N, and you can see what strength, what sort of stresses they're under. Now that there, you can go to see it's going. That's green, basically saying no stress. That's white, saying yeah, it's completely spotted by the ground, no problem at all. You don't need to worry. Green saying, yeah, this is alright, it's free floating and whatnot, but, you know, there's no stress on it, and then you can see it's going further towards that. Now, what happens if I start expanding out here? You can see there's more pressure being put on that one, and eventually it will snap, and everything connected to it, it'll all break. So I don't want that. I do not want that at all. So I'm going to just drop down, turn that off, and then I'm going to go inside here and drag that along. Sometimes the sort of... not clone tool, but the build faster tool doesn't work for me. I don't know why. Hold shift. Or control, rather. And then drag that along. There we go. And obviously these aren't touching the ground either, so we will do that. Let's do it again. That. Let's do it again. Holding shift. And dragging. Apparently it just doesn't like me. Must know me then. Okay, so I think that is about it. I don't think we can get any further than that. Slight problem of looking underneath there. You can't because this thing... I don't know why it's not see-through. I could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty... Is Space Engineers... I think it goes sort of it goes transparent. When you're trying to build... Well, when you're trying to build. Whereas this, it's just a big stone, so I can't see anything through it. Are all them touching the ground? Them ones are, and they aren't, but that's fine. We don't really care about that. Right, so we have a base. Is it a big enough base? Let's have a quick look. We'll go up. Not from our, like, no, I don't like that. It's not big enough. So we're going to go to, then we'll do a bit of building. So, click and drag them to, I think, about there. And we need to, see what I've done. I've not built under here. So that's a problem. And maybe that will have to do. Obviously, if you wanted to do it properly, you would go back and do the ground and such. Let's just press that button there. Press N. And yes, we can see that they are free floating, but there's not much pressure on them at all. So that's fine. That is A-OK. Right. We have a little problem, though. In this corner, if I just switch to my just hands, you can see that the ground is currently coming through this. Okay, we've got nice grass, but it's coming through it. So that's a bit of a problem. What I'm going to do then, press 9, and that'll bring this sort of little ball out. And what that allows me to do is actually remove some of the land. So we can just peel it back like that. Now, there is land actually underneath this stuff here. And yes, you can eventually, if I just point down, I will dig the land underneath it, because this ball, for whatever reason, none of the tools seem to be affected by proximity. So you can see I'm actually looking through that. If I right click now, because left click is to place, right click to remove. If I right click now, it will simply remove a big hole somewhere, and it'll be underneath this ground. The ground won't fall in. It's not that detailed, but yeah, we shall we'll not bother doing it. So let's just get rid of that bit there, and we're about sorted. Now we can, if we wanted to, that's switching between the different, you can switch between the different toolbars by using the not brackets, the left and right arrows, the comma and full stop. You can also use the square, and let me switch back to tool number 9, and then change my material. You can change the material, so we can say woodland needles, woodland grass, wood, stone, soil, and then hold middle mouse, and it will change the... No, it won't. It's not changing that at all. It might be the wrong tool. I'm pretty sure they used a different tool in... Ah, there we go. There we go. We can see we've actually changed... Oh, good grief, look at that. Yeah, that's actually soil there. So you can change the ground as well if you need to. So, yeah, that's a thing you can do. Don't need to do it because we've got a nice flat base. Okay, let us switch tools. What we're going to do, let's quickly zoom out and we'll have a quick overall plan of this. So what I want is a wall all the way around. And it's only going to be like a bit of a house. We'll make it like a long house. So we'll have a couple of sort of 1 block high walls. Then it'll go in a little bit. And a little bit further up, and then a roof on the top. I think that's what we're going to do. And obviously we'll need to put an entrance in and things like that. And we can, we can get on with that. We can play around with it. So, walls. Number 4. Standard walls. There you go. There is an wall. You can press R to rotate it. You can press Q to rotate the other way as well. Let's just clicky that, and then we'll clicky, draggy, all the way to the end. Simple as you like, okay? Now, I will... Oh, good grief, this floating around. It does... I'm not a big fan of the way it... the way it floats a bit. It is floaty. Like, you let go and you do just float to a stop. It would be better if you just actually came to pretty much a stop immediately. Maybe you can change that in the options. I haven't tried. Anyway, let me switch this around to there. Now you can see that it's made the block red. That's basically saying that I'll intersect that row, so I can't do it. So I can't place it there. However, some blocks you can hold Alt and it will allow you to slot them in like so. So you can do that with your walls. So just bear that in mind. Let me just click that all the way to the end. And put that there, and then we'll obviously rotate that around, hold Alt, and then drag this to the end. Pretty easy, pretty easy. Once you actually get, once you start playing it, well, once you've probably got a little, an hour or two in, you'll find that it is very, very quick to make buildings. Like I said, I've played a little bit of it now, and enough to get to grips with it at least. Right, I do want it a little bit higher, but what I want to do, I want to probably put in some windows somewhere. So let me just see, where can I place these windows? If I place them... Let me just see. So it'll be the edges, and then 1, 2, and then 1, 2. That makes sense to me. I want it quite dark. Intentionally, I want it quite dark. So let's put that there. Then 1, 2. And I'll do the same, and then we'll have a window there, and then we can have windows either side like that. Yep, that will work. Do we want to do that? Yes, that should be fine. I don't think it's going to look that good. I don't think it's going to look quite accurate. Obviously, this is a medieval building game, so there are a lot of historical resources you can dig through to actually see what the buildings actually look like. I'm sure there'll be more people out there that will be interested in that than me. And we can then place these like that. Is that about right? It looks wrong to me. Yep, that is in the wrong place, so we'll get rid of that and then place it back down. Nope, that's the wrong place. Back down there. Okay, right. So, we have some walls. Obviously, they are not tall enough for my liking. Let's just check our structural integrity. You can change this mode off. There is an option, and it is recommended if you're not really confident about building things, to change it and turn it off in the options. And I would not recommend doing that. I honestly would say your best bet is to just build and just build how you think. I don't know. I don't know whether it's just me, but I generally look at it and go, that doesn't look right. That doesn't look like it's going to be. That doesn't look like it's going to work. And I'm generally on the money with that one. And I think it's just the best way to learn is just to learn through your mistakes. Obviously, in real life, then I would not recommend doing that. If you're building an actual real life building, especially a castle, then you probably want to know, you probably want to have all of the all the knowledge of building and how it all works before you actually jump in and start laying some brick. However, in this, I would recommend just keeping off the the integrity on, because then you will learn and you will understand how things work. Anyway, let's just put some building, some windows in this building, because it's a bit yeah, there's a bit holes in it, and obviously that's going to compromise the integrity of the building. So we'll spin that round. There we go. Now, obviously, it's quite bland, and I understand it's very boxy, but that's okay. For our preview needs, it will do just fine. Okay, there's some windows. Right, okay, so I have this this box. We need an entrance. That's going to be our entrance there. I'm just going to drop to the ground. Flying mode. Flying mode off. Let's just have a bit of an entrance here. Get rid of that one. There we go. There's our entrance, and we can do something with that. We can put an archway in fact. Should we put an archway in? Number 6. There you go. A nice little archway, and we can come in. Oh, I like that. In fact, we can, if we wanted to, do this. And while we're on it, so we'll rotate that. That's the wrong block. This is wrong tool. Zathras reference. Nice. Let's put that there and there, and then it's really difficult to switch view. Would that work? Yeah, it's a little bit better. And then there we go. That will do us for now. Okay, so there's like a little entranceway. However, it's got no roof on, so let's resolve that. Let's just put a roof on it. We could use wood roof, roof hay, and tile roof. I think with this building, we're going to use a nice wooden roof. Now, if there's a plus next to it, it means there's additional options. So I'm just going to get rid of these ones. I'll put it there. So I'll click number 7, and we will be able to place this roof. Where do you want to place it? I think there. And now we actually don't want to rotate it. We want to use our use our scroll wheel and scroll through the options, so we can see we've got like innies and outies and such. I'm going to place that there. There you go. You can see what we're going for. And obviously, it's dynamically connecting it to the edge. Like, as you can see, with that wouldn't connect up. Well, no, it will connect up when it does that. There you go. Right, and then we'll change it to that. Though that has not worked at all. There we go. And then finally, we need to have that bit. Rotate it. And is it going to place in? There we go. Right. And now we need just a bit on the top. Ah, that's not worked out. Let's get rid of that. What can we have for the top? Well, we could go with a roof topper. There is one of them. So there it is. Roof wood top. Excellent. However, I don't know how it's supposed to work, because it seems to make it long at either side like that, but you can get rid of it a little bit like that. Hang on, let me just go back into the other view. It gets rid of like the end bits. Get rid of the end bits, and then you've still got this big hole in it. So I don't really know how that one is supposed to work. And actually, it's already glitched them out as well. So I'm gonna have to delete both of them sides now and go back into it. There we go, there's that put in, and then rotate it about, and then that put in. So if I go to 8, I don't know what my options are. It just does that. It puts a little hole in it. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. I honestly have no idea what the solution is. What if I get rid of it? Get rid of that top bit and that bit. Oh, I've just got rid of a lot of this. Too much now, too much. Put that back in, like so. And then number 7, shove that in. And then finally, there's no other options as far as I can tell. It's a bit too low. Yeah, I don't know what the solution is for that. I have no idea what the solution is. That'll have to do. Okay, I'd worry about that if I was building a proper, real nice building, not just for a preview. There you go. So that is an roof. And the great thing is that the lighting will have changed. So if we just drop down, look, it's all dark inside now. Excellent. Now, oh, there's a little bit of light there coming through. Probably that. Yeah, that. That tiny little gap there is casting that. Is the sun over there? Yeah, it is. That's good. I like that. Oh, sweet. Okay. Now, is the torches? There should be torches. Torch stand. Bonfire. Flags. Let's get this torch stand on, shall we? 9. Where can we place it? See, that's saying it's going to intercept there, but I don't particularly care. I can place it there. Is there any other options for the torch stand? Like torches on the wall? Let's use a search. Rotor? No, just the torch stand there. So I guess, guess there and there will do the job. Sweet. Okay, that'll do. I don't know if things can burn in this. I don't want to find out. Right, they're in. So, that works. That's our little entrance way. Excellent. Let us get on with the roof. Now, what I want to do, I want to make it go in. So, I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use some curved pieces. So, we've got a stone ceiling. So, I'm going to use that piece. That's number 6. And then we will put the stone ceiling in like that. Okay? And then click it all the way to the end and drag it to there. And the same thing on the other side, because I want it to go in, and then that'll give us, I don't know, a decent look, I think. Obviously, I need to use the other plate and put that in there. Plate, it's not a plate. We're not playing Space Engineers. The other bit of stone. Now, that obviously might start causing a bit of problem, so we need to let me just rotate this down and then press Alt, and then that's in there. Then we can drag it to the end. Job done. Now, how am I going to expand it out? Because I want it to go a little bit further. I'm guessing there'll be a block for that. Is there a block for that? We'll find out. Is there a block for that? Stone wall. I don't think there is. I don't think there's a straight stone bit. Got some round bits, got some slopes, stairways, pillars, platform, maybe a platform. Ah, see, I just clicked on it there. See, that's one of the things that annoy me with Space Engineers. You can't just click on it and select that as your primary tool, like sort of Minecraft style. That would be a, yeah. Please add that. Right, let's. Oh, there we go. It's like it is a walkway that goes around. Yeah, it is actually a walkway that goes on the outside, which is no good for us, so we won't be able to use that. Right, let's ignore what we're doing here. Let's switch to, we don't need that, and we do want some stone pillars square, stone pillars round. Let's get some stone pillars round in, because I wanted to actually increase this so it goes a little bit further and then have the stone pillars coming right down, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. That is a shame. There's no way I can press number 4 and rotate it the other way. I don't think there is. The hell is that? That's jump. For some reason, F is jump. Right. Let's see. No, it doesn't look like I can. That's a shame. That's a shame. There might be a way, but as I said, only a preview, so, you know, I haven't played like a million years of it to figure out all of the little quirks and such. With it being an early access title, I'm sure there's many quirks and such. Right, let's just get on with going flying. And then we'll switch to number 5, which is this little window thing. And for some reason it wants to place it there. I do not want it there. I want it on top. Thank you very much. Why is it not placing it on top? There we go. There is where I want it. And I want it all the way along. So we're going to get a little bit of light in from the top to there. And then we will use standard wall number 4. And up to there. There we go. Yeah, that's very, very square. We will then probably spin it round all the way, drag it to there, and oh, we just need to undo the last bit, and that's got rid of the bit that I didn't want it to get rid of. Clicky, clicky. Right, okay. So we now have a building that comes in a little bit. That is what I wanted. And you can see it's getting darker inside. Oh, I can see my legs. Excellent. Right, then I want to shove some roof on it, so we will deal with that. Now, roofs can be really annoying to place. I don't know why. Click there. And this one's actually going on quite well, though. So, I want it to go there. And all the way to the end. Oh, that worked out quite nicely. Look at that. Lovely, lovely. Look. Oh, God, so floaty, this flying mode. It's really floaty. Far too floaty. Place that there, and then we want to go all the way to the end. Now, will I be able to get this working? That's in the wrong place. All the way to there. There we go. And let me just fix my wall that I've accidentally deleted here. Now, one of the things is you can actually, how am I going to do the end caps here? Oh my good grief, I have no idea how I'm going to do the ends. Ugh, that's a task for later. Yeah, you can actually save all these as well and upload them as blueprints to the Steam Workshop. You can also say if you make a building, so this thing here, I can then copy it and save it as a blueprint and then paste it elsewhere. I really, really like that feature. Really do, because otherwise, how annoying would it be to have to rebuild, like, you know, say if you make a really nice house, you're proud of it, it all works. Imagine having to build that 30 times for just, like, one town. It would be so annoying. Now, this thing, yeah. That's... oh, good grief. This is not being supported by anything, so... it's not great. Let me just drag that to the end. I think that's about right. And I think we might have missed one bit off. Yeah. Okay. And then we just need... now, can I do that and then that? Oh, God! Oh! Right. As you can see... I try to push it just a little bit too far, and what happened is that, yeah, it snapped under its own weight. There was no support. All the wood is broken and dropped down. That is, not great. We can get rid of some of this, but a lot of the debris, I don't know of any way of getting rid of it at the moment. Ah, that is a shame. Ah, that is a shame. See, I thought we could just get away with that. When I quickly checked it, it was green. Oh, that's actually red. Why is that one red? Whereas the others aren't. I don't understand why that is the case. Interesting, interesting. I'm sure there'll be quirks for the whole, you know, breaking thing as well. That's actually broken in a very uniform way. Sort of split down the middle there. Right, I guess we can't really... finish this building off because it's broken, but I guess I've demonstrated the structural integrity and how you can mess it up. If I, for example, pull these couple of corner bits out, the whole thing will drop. What other sort of things can you build? Well, we've got these stone wall round windows. We've got round walls. Obviously, there's certain things that are in here that you... what's that? Some... nice slopes. There's certain blocks that you just, well, at the moment they just seem to be lacking, like corner end pieces for roofs and such, as I've shown you before, and things like that. Bits that you just go, well, why isn't there a corner bit? Like, for example, I don't know, I don't think this is a great example of it, but you can see stone block round in. So if I put stone block round in onto my bar, you can see that it is actually a stone block, but it's got a round. It's actually round on the inside. Now that is very similar to hang on, inside here. I'm floating around to them bits there. No, so that thing there, that wall, that's actually two sections of wall. That's a bit of a wall. That's a bit of a wall. Don't know if it would be. I guess it would be better to keep it as a separate block, but those sort of things. There's just some blocks that you think, oh well, that should be in, and it isn't. But obviously, early access. These things are to be expected. Right. So, what else could we make? Well, you could make pretty much anything you need. There's a lot of physical stuff, so you've got rope drums and stuff like that. You can rope things together. You can make a rotor and blocks where you can turn, but it's very not finished yet, and it doesn't really have any purpose, really. I think you can make a couple of, like, gates that can go up and down, but if you go on the Steam Workshop, they'll pretty much, whatever you can think of will pretty much already be there, like gates and such, and you can make whole, I'm guessing you can make whole cities and towns, and not really cities, because it's not really that big, but you can probably make a whole castle and a keep and such and whatnot with just the Steam Workshop stuff. Obviously, that's not what the point of the game is, though. It's about it's about making your own little building. I don't know what we can do. See, yeah, we've got really no corners as far as I can see for this. You would have to say, get rid of that and use them bits. You'd have to use them bits, you see. I like to make I thought I wanted to make a straight piece, but that isn't in yet. Shame, shame. Right, I will make a little bit of a tower. I think. Do you want to make a bit of a tower, or do we want to leave it there? I think I've showed you enough, really. But let's build a little bit of a tower. Now I want to use. Let's fly up, and we'll go to a nice fresh spot. This will do. So we're just going to build it straight on the ground here. Now I have no idea how this will work. So let's just go up, and this is going to be a tower that can go all the way up to about there, and all the way up to there. Nice. Look at that. I mean, it's quick to build a tower, isn't it? We should just build towers. Should just build towers in this video. And there. And then to about there. Now that'll be... Yeah, there's a bit of strain on that. That's a lot of strain on that. Okay. What I need to do, which I should have done before we started this, is actually put an entranceway in. Oh dear. So I need to get rid of the bottom block. We only just did. Let's have a look at the strain. Oh my good grief, that is one block from snapping. Yeah, let's put that in there. We've got an entrance to the tower. Now, what we need to do is put in some stairs. So we got stone spiral staircase. Let's put it in that bit there. And that's number 7. So that will go in... Where do we want to go? That's wrong. Oh god, it's deleted the wrong bit. Okay, let's just let me just put the wall back in one moment. There we go. Right, let's try that again. 7. So that's about right. That looks right to me. There we go. Right, okay. So we just need to keep going, and yeah, there you go. I can't really see where we are going to fly. Just fly. Right. Imagine this on creative mode. It's going to be a massive, massive mess on, isn't it? I do like a lot the fact that it's got this bit in the middle as well. Like the big... What would you call it? It's a big pillar in the middle. I like that. And we'll place that. So you don't... It's a bit... It's not that intuitive because you think, oh, well, I'm actually placing it there, but you're not. You're placing it in this corner here. That, for some reason, now no longer wants to be placed. There we go. Oh, no. Undo that. And it... Yeah. It's a bit weird. It removes some blocks sometimes and not the others. There we go. Back to our staircase. And we can place it... there, and then there. I think we're almost, yeah, we're almost at the top here. Right, we're now at the top. Oh, sweet, we're at the top now. Okay, what do I do now that I think about it? What do I do at the top? I've never really thought about that. Stone platform round, that makes sense to me. Let's put that on there, number 6, and it is... for the outside only. Okay. I don't know if there's something you can place on the inside. But that works. Look at that. That looks really nice, actually. Look at that. That looks pretty sweet. Okay, and then we can, I guess... Is there nothing we can place in the centre? We can't really place one of these big blocks in. It wouldn't make any sense. Is there like a flat piece? Stone platform, no. Stone battlement sides, no. Stone battlement centre? What the hell is that? What the hell is stone battlement centre? Let's have a quick look. 5. And... Ah, it's in the center of the block. I understand now. So stone battlement side will go either there on the... Because I think it's a 1 meter cube. On that side or that side, whereas this goes in the center. Yeah, that's understandable. And then you can use your mouse to change it. So it's basically a little stone wall. So it is like this little stone wall. Yeah, I don't know if there's any piece to go over that, but should we actually try and get... Should we try and get in the tower? Let's just jump down and... Oh, good job there's not any falling damage. Let's just go to our hands and then we can go up the stairs. Well, I think that it works fine. It is... Yeah, that's very functional. We can fly straight up. No bother whatsoever. Right, cool. Let's have a look at the structural integrity. Oh, it's straining. It's straining on one side more than the other, though, and I don't know why that is. Might be the build order, or it might just... Oh, it's because I've probably got that stone arch there, which is obviously will weaken it. Every block, I'm guessing, will have its own structural integrity value, and it'll probably work like that. Let's go to 9. And can we make... See, how are we supposed to... I don't know what we're supposed to do in terms of making more rounder bits. I don't know if that's even possible. Either way, we're going to keep adding here, and then we'll go back to 8. There you go. Ah! No, we need another flat bit. 7. So that's changing the direction of... See, what flat bit can go there? 6. No. I don't know what could go there. That's really weird. See, there should be... Am I just being a moron? Is there actually a flat bit? There is a stone platform. Maybe that's what we can use. 6. There is a stone platform, but that doesn't feel right to me. No. No, that doesn't really feel right at all. And it's removed half of the tower. Anyway, I think we will leave it there. What I want to do before we stop, though, is show you what happens when tower structural integrity has failed. So what we'll do, we'll press G. We'll go to, I think, a large projectile. I want to go to... this one here. Medium projectile. Large projectile thrower. Okay, so if I hit this side of the tower, it should collapse and then smash straight into the side of that building and then lag the entire game out. Let's try that. So hold left click to power it up and then fling it. There you go. There's the tower breaking and it's tipping the other way because apparently the stairs are one of the hardest things known to man. And there it goes. Boom. And crumbles. And look at that. That's really nice. We're actually getting slow down, but the frame rate is staying fairly solid. Like the frame rate is hardly moving. Right, the frame rate is, I'm getting a solid 50, well, basically 60 frames a second. It's hovering around 55 at the moment, right? And by the way, this isn't even on max graphics. This is about medium. But yeah, this is, yeah, it seems to slow down. The game slows down, but the frame rate doesn't. So obviously they've got that separated. Oh my good grief. There you go. There's the structural integrity all failing. It's collapsing in on itself. And look at that. It's all the game's gone all slow-mo now. But what can we do? Well, let's just knock that bit out. Let's keep knocking bits out. And it's falling. Now, you can imagine the online capabilities here. Actually making sieging vehicles. Not, obviously, you wouldn't be able to just fling these with your hands. I mean, we've got like the power of 500 men here. Just go, just flinging a massive boulder. You wouldn't be able to do that in multiplayer, I'm guessing. But imagine in survival mode, where you have to mine the stone and quarry all of that and making buildings and then making siege engines and sieging other people's buildings. That seems really... That I'm really looking forward to that. That is going to be really, really good. However, multiplayer ain't in yet, so you can't do that. I want to make this side collapse. I think it's going to go. Is it going to go? It's not going. Oh. Oh. It's starting to go. It's starting to go. There it is. It's starting to collapse. And no, bits are staying up. We've got bits staying up. That little bit there is holding it. Actually, I think it's that bit there. Surely it's going to go. There it is. There we go. I was going to say there's no way that's staying up. Anyway, we're going to leave it there. Medieval Engineers. It's not bad. It's all right. I don't think, honestly, that there is a... At the moment, it's a sandbox, right? It's complete alpha. What you see here is what you get. There's some blocks. I think there's some blocks, but there's certainly more blocks need to be added, and that's a given, right? But obviously more blocks, work on the physics and things like that. Multiplayer is going to be introduced. There's loads of stuff that they're going to be working on. It is, I wouldn't say buggy, but it has crashed several times on me. Luckily, it hasn't crashed during this video, which is ironic. But yeah, it can crash. Now, if you own Space Engineers, I believe you get 20% off. So normally it's not that expensive even as standard, but my recommendation, I guess, would be if you plan on getting this in the future, then you have really two options. You can either buy it now, knowing that you're going to get 20% off, or you can wait for wait and see how it goes and see how the game develops and see what patches it gets and things like that. I think if you like Space Engineers, you're going to like this. Obviously, with the greatest of respects, before Space Engineers, the other couple of games that they brought out were... Well, there's a lot of people complain that they weren't finished. Now, I'm not going to go into all that. That's fine. That's whatever. Well, I haven't played them games, so I can't really comment. But Space Engineers has had a lot of support, and there's been a lot of updates and things like that. So you can pretty much guarantee that this one is going to go the same sort of way. There's no way that should be standing. It's still standing. There we go. Oh my good grief. Yeah, that should not be standing. There's no way that should be standing. Yeah, it's work in progress, isn't it? And that one's apparently invulnerable. Nope, it's not. It's just okay, maybe invulnerable. It's taking a while to take it down. Good grief! What? That's made of undamagium, that thing. Oh my good grief. There we go. Anyway, yes. To be honest, a lot of people who've been watching this have probably already bought it. They probably went, yay, and they've tried it. But unless you want to just sit in multiplayer and make a couple of buildings privately, then I don't... if you want to do that, then that's fine. This, what there is now will cover you for that. But anything else, multiplayer or making really massive, huge castles by mining out earth and things like that, then I don't think that's here for you yet. I think it will be, but you don't buy games on will be. Or you probably shouldn't buy games on, promises. But it's probably a fairly safe bet saying that. Anyway, there you go. That's a little bit of Medieval Engineers. And one thing I haven't tried is I've shown you how to mine stuff out on the ground. But can you make like a tunnel? Can you tunnel right down? Oh, you can. Sweet. You can make a tunnel, and this is like a really grassy one. That's really, really, really weird. And that looks really freaky. It's like you're at the bottom of a... I don't want to know. That's horrible. Anyway, links in the description so you can check the game out yourself. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.